Hello everyone, and welcome back to the stream. So we continue our hunt for Nysha. Nysha token that we still need. Maybe a couple changes with the connection that will hopefully fix it for now. Probably not. I've tried so many things and it feels like every single thing I ever do has so minuscule impact. But I'm monitoring one thing real quick to check after the stream to see if I might be able to fix something else. Oh, so we just got the same pet twice in a row. Pretty nice. But continues our Nysha grind is our main goal right now. And hopefully we'll keep streaming until we find a Nysha or until we crash again. Whichever comes first. Hopefully the latter, or the sooner. No, not the latter. We don't want to crash again. We want to find a Nysha. I know, it's been really hard to watch the content lately. It keeps dropping and everything. Yeah, it should hopefully be situated within the next month or so. Worst comes to worst, getting new internet and getting new computer in like a few weeks. So, or maybe closer to a month. But definitely by like early mid-December, this should hopefully permanently be fixed. Because every possible thing that could possibly be causing the issue will be replaced. I'll take that. Yeah, we all know the stream will crash before we get an Nysha. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Also, we might actually lose this battle. There's a problem here. Don't have an extra turn. I don't have a way to drop that either. That's funny, he hunter's marked himself. It's not gonna help us though if we don't get an extra turn. Let's match. Rip. Luckily this wasn't an important battle. So we just go right back in. Should he capture us? Yes. You're still short 24 mythics. Do you have the main ones though? Like, do you have Iron Gut and Ferrous Raw and stuff like that? But yeah, he's definitely he's not first priority to craft, but he's pretty high priority as far as catchers is concerned. You just need to make sure you have a good option to actually boost him. Like right now, I can't find like a single thing that's going wrong with this stream, which is good because it's actually working properly right now. But I don't know, I guess I'll keep monitoring these other numbers, see what happens. Because at this exact moment in time, not a single thing seems to be wrong, anything on my PC end. Like every single possible number is functioning correctly. No frames dropped, bitrate's correct. Kilobytes a second is fine. And everything else is directly rated to the PC is, like, fine. Like, there's not a single thing that's messing up right now. I'll keep an eye on it. Let's see. Like that. Because I feel like it's the PC end, more so than my connection. But, like, I'm checking everything related to the PC and nothing is wrong right now. Which just really confuses me. It could just be the connection. So why do we keep getting like such a lack of extra turns here? We need those extra turns. Now we have to kill them. There we go. Yes, Iron Gut is currently in event keys. Today and tomorrow he's still in event keys. So if you want to still get an Iron Gut, he's available right now in event keys. Today and tomorrow, or the last 2 days. Otherwise you're going to need to try getting him in Soul Forge at some point. Yeah, what I was doing before the 2 streams was looking up a bunch of numbers I can track, see if anything's going wrong on the PC end. And still none of them seem to be doing anything weird. Hopefully it'll stay like that. And if it does change and we lose connection, then I might be able to figure out exactly what's actually causing it. If it is on the PC end. But it could just be the connection end. I would not wait for Scorpius. Scorpius is not really useful for anything other than explore. Like, what we're doing right now is pretty much the full purpose that this troop has. And there is a chance they might hard nerf it by adding poison immunity to this kingdom in the near future. Because this is currently the only kingdom with 0 immune to poisons. And if even 1 immune to poison gets added, it's going to slow down this team by a decent amount. Because it's already slowed down by not having 20% extra per battle, since you just keep spamming at the same kingdom. But it does mean if this kingdom does eventually get 1 immune to poison, you could jump around a bit more. Actually go to 20% a bit more. Because the main reason you don't move is because it saves some time from having to switch screens, but also because there's no poison, so you don't need to worry about anything. Are tokens random for each kingdom? Based on what we currently know about kingdoms, it doesn't matter what difficulty you do or what kingdom you do, you should be getting the exact same rate of token. Obviously, if you're doing a higher difficulty, you're getting more tokens. But as far as like the actual rarity and what you're specifically getting, it's the same for every kingdom. And it's the same for every difficulty. Obviously, the amount is different, but the rarity you're getting is the same. But did the stream just go down for a second when you said almost lost you? Because it didn't look like it went down at all. And I don't think anything, I still don't see anything spiking. Did we drop any frames as well? Nope, still no dropped frames. And everything's looking healthy. Oh no, it's confusing. Oops, I hate when it collapses everything. That is so annoying. You'll bring everything back up. Windows, I need to figure out how to disable that on Windows 10 if there even is a way. I never actually did look that up. Where Windows 10 just decides randomly, or it's not randomly, it's based on like when you hover over something in a certain way. But like every single window you have just collapses down. I hate that so much. There's a way to disable that. I really need to look that up. I feel like that happens almost every stream now. And while it's not too big a deal because it only takes like a few seconds to go and reorder it all, it is very annoying. Though once I get a 2 PC setup, I'll never have to worry about that again. Because all my chat and everything will be on one while the game is being played on the other. So no longer will that ever be an issue once we finally get the other PC. Actually really looking forward to the 2 PC setup. I'm still not sure exactly how I'm going to be setting it up though, as far as like physical space. Like I know how to get it working and everything for the most part, but as far as like where I'm going to find room to put it in my area that I currently have here is questionable. I'll go explode all that. Yeah, it might be a server provider issue. I feel like it's a server provider issue. I keep wanting to think it's like a computer problem because it's a 7-year-old computer. But it could just really just be a service provider issue. Which is even more annoying because that's going to be even more impossible to fix. Like hardware you can easily replace and everything. If it's a service provider then, and you only have one available, then that's a problem. What makes me sometimes think it's not the service provider though, and it might be something on my end, is why is it I still have connection, but I can't stream? Is the thing that happens. Because I am obviously still connected whenever it goes down, because I can chat and chat. but the stream itself doesn't connect. And that's either likely a streaming program problem, a problem where I'm recording to, or streaming to, which is YouTube currently, or actually, I don't know what the third thing could be for that. There's probably a third somewhere in there. Because it's not like my program crashes, it's still trying to stream out. It's just YouTube isn't receiving the data. And that could either be because of connection issue or just YouTube being awful. Depends. Yes, upload speed is always, wait. Yeah, upload speed is always slower than download speed, that's correct. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I'll be talking with a provider soon and hopefully getting that all situated. Yeah, mine, to my knowledge, only has one provider. Though I could try looking around a bit more to see, but to my understanding, there is only one provider in my area for internet. And he'd be dead. Scorpius team, the main reason why I'm using this right now, it gives a lot more gold if you just stay within one kingdom like this. Because not only does this team win quicker, but it also makes it so you have less time transitioning between kingdoms, where, you know, having to find the 20% and possibly even modifying your team depending on what you're up against. And you don't have to do that with this. And the rate of gold is around 350,000 per hour, give or take about 50,000. Which is excessively high, and with a new faction coming around the corner, that's pretty much where all of our gold is going. Because we'll give like 2 million probably on Monday, and the rest of my gold for about 5 million is probably going to factions this Friday. Also, there's the redeem code from earlier. I never did claim it, did I? There we go. There it is in chat as well if you guys want to go claim it. There it is. Boom, boom. Okay, so next order of business. Keep grinding. Yeah, so far everything on my end. Does the stream look, has the stream in the last 13 minutes gone down at all? Because based on every data point I can currently view, nothing is going wrong at all. But I'll keep looking at it. What I'm most curious about is what spikes when it crashes. But so far it looks like nothing's going wrong. For once. Let's see how long that lasts. I believe you do actually get more, you would actually get more tokens per hour if you keep moving, but you get less gold per hour. And we are indirectly farming gold right now. This is one of the main reasons why I'm doing it like this. But yeah, it's one of the reasons why I was running with the double team earlier. I was running with Scorpius team plus the Iron Guts Zugoff team when I was following 20%. Because that does actually technically give more myth stones, but it gives less gold by about 50,000 an hour. I haven't tested it for a very long duration, but that seems to be the difference. It's probably about 10% more tokens following, but it's about 20% less gold. I meant 10% more tokens, not less. 10% more following and 20% less gold is approximately what it comes out to from what I've tested. Though I haven't tested it for extensively long to know for sure. Don't die on this hero. Actually, it won't matter in this battle. And now he's dead. Well, let me cast. I almost want the stream to disconnect right now just so I can figure out what it is. So it never disconnects again. Of course, when I want it to disconnect, it's not going to disconnect. Okay, the second I don't want it to disconnect, it's going to disconnect. Yeah, you would get more random arcanes, but I'm not in any position where more random arcanes would really matter at all. We have like 350 plus of every arcane in the game. So that's a very small factor for me. But yes, technically following does give you a nice variety of great stones, whereas if you're just spamming this place, you're just getting brown-red. Which isn't bad. There's some decent stuff that uses brown-red, but obviously you'd reach a point where you have more than you'd ever need. Don't jinx it. I don't think I jinxed it. Based on all these numbers, the stream looks really healthy right now. 0 frames dropped and no number is really moving too far away from where it should be. And I'll keep looking at it. Like, if stream could just stay like this forever, that'd be fantastic. And again, no medal that we need. Though we did get another medal of Yasmin at least, if nothing else. At least we're getting that. Stream, please be good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking for stuff that might be able to do to keep tweaking it. I've done it some in the past, but given how much it's been disconnecting, I really should look into it again. At least until we get other fixes within a month. Just so up into that point, it's not as bad. Plus, if I'm using a dual PC stream, in case I ever do need to still use this thing to stream, I would want to make sure it's optimized. And keep it optimized. Oh, let's see. Head over. Grab our mountain. Yeah, you get more Zeddicus than any other rarity. Why they did it that way, I do not understand, but it is. Zeddicus is the most common, the ultra rare token is the most common token in the game. It runs very similarly to how the, I believe the level 4 chests do within, what's it called? The seal keys. It works very similarly to how level 4 chest does in seal keys. I forget what the exact drop rate is on it, but last I recall, it follows a really similar drop table. Just slightly tweaked. How's the frames doing? We're still at 100%? Hey, we're at 0 dropped frames. Nice. Also, I completely forget. What does memory mean again? When it means your usage on your computer? I actually completely forget which one it refers to. If it's overall memory or something else. Or if it's referring to RAM. Because that's the only thing that seems to be getting somewhat high. I forget how much RAM I have on this thing. I believe it's just 8 gigabytes. It is RAM? Okay. Because out of every single thing, that is the one running the highest. I've noticed. Is it overall? So is it overall or is it RAM? Because I know overall this computer could definitely use some cleaning as far as overall memory. But if it's referring to RAM, that's just, yeah, I haven't modified that since I got it. And it should be at 8 gigabytes. I forget exactly what RAM cards are in it though, specifically. How much RAM do I have? 8 gigabytes. I believe it's 4 gigabytes if I'm not mistaken. What brand it is, I completely forget though. Because it's currently running at 81%. Those are rookie numbers. Yeah, for streaming it probably is a bit low. I did want to get more for my other PC, for my other laptop. Move that over. Hit our other explosion. And he's dead. Yeah, there's such a thing as having too much RAM. Unless you're like rendering out like animations or like really in-depth videos, like 4K plus, you really wouldn't need more than 16. Oh, 3. Why do we keep getting so much Yasmin? We just got a medal, and now we just got a badge back-to-back for Yasmin. Got a double, then a triple. Well, if nothing else, I can go upgrade more rares. There's a lot of good utility rares out there. And one interesting thing about the upgrading system is every single rarity gains the same amount of stats. So if you go upgrade a common, it's gaining the exact same amount of stats if you were to upgrade a mythic of the same rarity. Or, you know, the same type. So if one was a striker and it was common, and one was a striker but it was mythic, they'd both gain the exact same amount of stats from being upgraded. Which is one of the main reasons why I'm focusing a little bit more on the lower rarity ends. Because they're gaining just as much of a benefit as mythics are, from a stat perspective. Obviously, some of them aren't as useful, but you can just upgrade specifically the more useful ones. Yeah, I'm not excessively computer literate relative to how much I actually use them. But that's mainly because my parents have, like, absolutely no clue. Like, I had to explain to my mom, do you know those things where you have to, like, confirm your email? And for various things, like, you need to go confirm your email just to make sure if you ever make an account somewhere, just to, like, for them to verify that it's you. I basically had to explain that whole process to my mom because she had no clue, like, what it was asking for, or even how to get to her email on her phone, which was pretty funny. But yeah, I had to explain that to her yesterday. Like, that's the level of competence my parents have with technology. My dad's is even worse. That's imaginable. We'll throw that down. Hello, Stealth. Welcome. Let's see. I don't know. Is 8 plenty for streaming? I have seen my memory max out before while streaming. Because I have checked on it in the past, and it has gone to, like, literally 100% as I've been streaming before. Not currently. Currently it's at 81%. That's one other thing I might need to go look through too. If there's any kind of like background programs that might be on that are lowering it down. But from what I can tell right now, other than my security, which I could technically, I guess, disable while I'm streaming, I don't seem to see like really anything in the background that's going like super huge. Other than Google Chrome, but I have that open for chat right now. So that will be one thing that I'll be able to do once I switch over to 2 PC setup. Because I wouldn't need to have chat open and everything on this PC. Would be nice. Like all the stuff that I don't necessarily need open, like notifications and all those kind of like small things, I can just have running on the one that's not running the stream. What makes you so certain, Druck? Oh, technically, whenever I'm streaming, it is multitasking the PC, because it's focusing both on the game and the stream. Because those are the two highest things that are eating up my memory right now. These Gems of War and the stream itself. And the Chrome browser that I have open, which is running my, running the chat and running notifications. So I can actually view it. Let's see. We'll run that there. Get our mountain. And another Yasmin. Can we stop getting Yasmins? That's 6 Yasmins within 3 chests. Got like something stuck. It doesn't want to come out. Hate that feeling. It's like stuck enough that I can't like breathe from that nostril. Yeah, it doesn't want to come out. There we go. I think that's enough. Not sure why I'm so sniffly. Oh, we'll grab that. You dropped out of college twice, you think you know best. I stopped after a associate's degree. So I guess that's technically dropping out, because obviously I wanted a better degree than that. But I just didn't have the money for it. It wasn't really a dropping out per se. It's a more so I do not want to go into debt just to get a degree kind of situation. I'll take that for now. Also, most of the work I would want to get into only pays like 40,000 a year anyways. And you need like tens of thousands of a degree just to get it. Oh, didn't take her. We'll grab that for now. First up, double Scorpius. And we'll go for Mountain just in case he feels like killing us, which hopefully he won't. Actually, I'll just go double Mountain. Might as well. Close the security in Chrome and watch what happens. The problem with closing Chrome is I won't be able to see chat if I do that. Unless I try putting it into the stream itself. But then I also won't be able to see viewer numbers or anything. I also won't be able to get a redeem code. Though then again, we already gave out the redeem code. Though I could always store the redeem code somewhere else too. I just keep using them through the browser. Just because it's more convenient since it's already open. I'll go try testing that though real quick. If the stream does start like having problems. But still, it's running like perfectly right now. Which is odd relative to the fact that it just like was constantly horrible. Oh, I don't have a phone currently. It is something I'm probably getting in the next month or two. I'm one of the few people who, like, never uses a phone. Like, one of the few people in existence who basically never uses phones. I haven't owned a phone for 4 years now. Even longer if you don't count having, like, a little flip phone that I just had mostly just for emergency calls during college. But if you don't count that, I haven't had one for 6 or 7 years. How do I not have a phone? Well, everything I would ever need on a daily basis, I don't need a phone for. I don't need one for work, because we basically just do streaming and a little bit of freelance writing, neither of which requires a phone. I don't need it to, like, get anywhere, because anything that I, like, really need to get to is in walking distance. My bank is in walking distance, grocery store is in walking distance, and plenty other small, similar locations are all in walking distance. So I never need to, like, Uber or anything to any of those locations. Anything internet-related or chat-related with friends, I just do via PC, either through Discord, Telegram, or other similar programs. And, I don't know, there's just no need for me to specifically have a phone for my current lifestyle. And more often than not, I've just found it to be a waste of money. I'm really weird when it comes to monthly subscription things. What do I freelance write for? Mainly just creative writing. I don't do it too much these days. But mostly just creative writings, like stories and such. He has a money phone. I don't have any kind of phone right now. Not even one of the little small payphone things. What do I do when I need to go to the bathroom? You just go to the bathroom and then finish. Doesn't take that long to go to the bathroom. It takes like 30 seconds. You don't need a phone for that. I don't know, I tend to like never have like any kind of bathroom problems. I think the longest I ever take is like a minute. So I never get bored in the bathroom. Do I read shampoo labels? Sometimes. As long as it doesn't have any kind of nut-related ingredient, it's likely fine. Also, I don't like shampoos that have a lot of scents, because my nose is really sensitive to like fake scents and stuff like that. So I generally get like unscented stuff with anything I get. Also means it has less chemicals in it generally. Do you think if there is ghosts? No, there's no ghosts. Ghosts do not exist. Let's see, what other questions do we have? I always find it fun answering questions. Oh, so hello, Key Lime. I answered your question, but didn't say hello. Welcome. Let's see. Do I think ghosts have phones? No. The spooky phones. I don't know. I never really even realized how weird it is not to have a phone until the most recent few years. Because it seems like literally everyone has a phone. Yet I'm just like one of those weird people that just never uses one ever. And that's mostly by choice. Though I do admit there are some instances where it's pretty convenient. The most noteworthy one is whenever traveling. Or if you live in a really like city-like area, because there's quite a few more things you can do with your phones in those situations. Technically, Myrtle Beach is a city, but it's a really low definition of what a city is considered. Like, it's not really a city. It's city enough that it's technically classifies as a city, but it's not a city. I can definitely say it is not a city. Not if you're comparing it to something like New York, Chicago, or anything else like that. It does not really fit the definition of a city that well compared to that. We have literal farms here. There are not farms in the city. I've never seen a city that has farms other than Myrtle Beach. Do I still have a rotary phone? We don't have a rotary phone anymore. I did in the past. Though I do have one of those phones that were called to have the dials. My dad still has one of those. That he actually uses. One of those, you know those little circle things? Those ones where you have the circles where you have to move them? My dad still uses that phone. I'll throw that down. Also, I'm probably one of the few people that only uses cash for everything, too. I haven't used my card in, I believe, 3 years. To actually, like, use it to pay for something. Unless it was for, like, something online, obviously, like Amazon. But, like, actually physically going to a location and pulling out a card, I haven't done for, like, 3 or 4 years. And the only time I did do it was because I forgot to bring money on me, but I still had my card on me. What do we grab here? Take that for now. Oh, that is a rotary phone. Okay, yeah. I don't have one, though. I don't have a rotary phone. I've used a rotary phone. My dad still uses a rotary phone, but I don't currently have a rotary phone. Let's see. Would you rather be ghosts left on Earth for eternity, or go to a mediocre heaven where everything you wanted you'd get a meh version of it? Both do not sound enticing. Probably the latter, though, because I have pretty low standards. Like, meh would be decent for me. Let's see. Do I think there will ever be player versus player in Gems of War? Likely not. They mentioned in the past it would be something that would be excessively time-consuming for them to implement, in which they would have to basically dedicate an entire year of updates just to adding multiplayer. So it's something very unlikely for them to ever add. They have said that they might, ever so might, add like a mini-game that might incorporate multiplayer in some way. But it would never be fully encompassing across the entire game. The other thing they mentioned is they would be way more likely just to make another game that specifically is focused on multiplayer rather than specifically implementing it into Gems of War. Puzzle Quest 3 multiplayer! Who knows? That'd be amazing. Because most of the Puzzle Quests are single-player experiences. If they made Puzzle Quest 3 like an actual, like, viable multiplayer experience, it'd be pretty cool. Let's see. We'll go and explode all that. Do I look at porn in the bathroom? No, because I can't. Let's see. We'll go explode all that. Grab herself an explosion. Yeah, the person who's doing my interface, who's doing a small little animation thing, he seems to be really busy. Like, he hasn't communicated back to me since I sent all the info. But that's mainly because he's trying to take on, like, 12 commissions at once, which all have, like, a week-long time frame. So he's probably not going to be able to get around to mine anytime soon, because mine was one of the more recent ones, probably his most recent one. And he's currently, basically would have to do 2 whole setups per day. I highly doubt he could do. Based on his current time frames, he's like spends like about a week on it. Yet he has so many commissions that it's not going to be possible. So I probably won't hear back from him for a few more days. Hopefully that gets done in the next few weeks. Like, I don't mind when a commission, like, if a commission says it'll take like a week and it takes a few weeks, I generally don't mind. The only big issue is when it's like, hey, it'll be a week, and then it's like 2 months later, it's like, okay, that's a problem. Still haven't gotten our Yasmin, though we got a Badge of Arachnia at least, if nothing else. Let's keep going. Still got a ways to go until we get that Nysha. Also, I find it funny that since I started looking at all the PC things to see if anything's going wrong, literally nothing goes wrong. Yet the second I probably go and close all these things that I have open to track it, it's probably going to go and have something go wrong. It's really weird. Like, when I finally go and open a bunch of stuff to see what's going wrong, it just works perfectly. Go figure. Because I don't think we've dropped a single frame or anything, any amount of disconnect or buffering in the last 42 minutes. But you guys would probably know. So based on my program, it says it's dropped 0. Let's see. We'll move that down. I made my first interface. I wanted to get one professionally made, though. So the only problem with getting one professionally made is I know I'm going to hate something about it. And while it technically has unlimited revisions, I'm not sure how much I'll actually be able to revision it to how I want it. Especially given how busy he is currently. But for $100, he better. We'll see how it goes, though. Because that's the only really big issue with commissioning anything. Is, like, there's going to be something wrong with it by the end of it. That's just going to bother me. It's going to make me either, like, not want to use it or just something with it. Which is what I always hate about stuff like that. One of the reasons why I haven't gotten one in the past. Well, we'll see how it goes. If nothing else, it's at minimum my new mixer branding. We'll go through all that down. Also, I feel like I should be using social media more to grow the channel. But I look at, like, other people's social medias that they kind of, like, use. And I feel like it's really hit or miss. Because there's a lot of people... I'm, like, looking around at channels around my same size. And there's a lot of people that, like, spam a bunch of different social medias. If they're getting, like, 1 to, like, 10 likes, like, per thing. Maybe even less. Like, really, really low engagement. Yet, then there's, like, these other ones where there's, like, so much relative to how small their channel is. I always find that, like, really confusing. Or which one actually works out best. I used to do Facebook a little bit, and it seemed to, like, help slightly. But I never really cared for using social media ever. I don't know, maybe we'll pick up a Twitter and start tweetings. All the tweets. I don't know. I feel like I should start using social media. But this channel has basically grown without it. But it could probably grow more with it. I don't know. I'll take that for now. Because with all the money we'll be spending soon towards the channel, I'm gonna make some more of it back. An easiest way would be like social media just to get more, a little bit more exposure. Well, I did a poll on it about 2 years ago. And about 5% of the people that we got from engagement were specifically from Facebook. So that's not too bad. Like, it's not a huge amount. But that means we got, like, several dozen people from Facebook who engaged with the channel when I used to do it in the past. I don't think I've did a single post on Facebook for, like, 1.5 years now. Even though it's still linked on the channel. Oh, I thought that was the right one! No! We got so close. We got a token of Anu. I still need token of Anu. But that's not what I'm looking for, but it's still better than nothing, I guess. Really? Why do you gotta do a token of Anu like that? At least we're one whole token away, or badge away from being another medal of Anu. Though I can't really do anything with that. I need two more medals of Anus. So I need one whole medal of Anu and one whole badge of Anu until I can actually use it. Because then I can upgrade Yagway to silver. But, yeah. There's still a ways to go. Give us that one Nysha already, please. We're so close. Yet so far. Like, literally any chest we get could have the drop we need. Yet, most of them will not. Let's see, you're not really getting any extra attention from all those social medias you've been trying. It's more just another way to interact with the fans. Well, in that case, I'd probably just go and have a single Discord for that. Because I feel like I would interact more with a Discord than I would like a Twitter or Facebook. Because I don't generally ever use Twitter or Facebook unless I specifically have to. Whereas I do naturally sometimes use Discord. Yeah, Isabel, didn't you say you'd want to help with setting up a whole channel for that? Because we'll probably be doing that soon. Probably in the next week or two. Because I honestly have no clue how to do that. It'd probably just be easier to get someone who already knows how to assist me rather than trying to figure it all out on my own. I'll do grab here. Get that exploded for now. Because I kind of want to start up doing social media again. But the biggest issue with that is I know I'm going to, like, not want to keep doing it. Because I just hate social media. But if we were to get some kind of combination of, like, Discord, YouTube, Mixer, like, I can keep up with that. Like, if those were, like, the 3 areas we were, and pretty much nowhere else, I'd be fine with that. Because YouTube technically has a social media aspect attached to it. So I can just use that as my social media. It won't get as much exposure, but it will still communicate with all of you guys. So that's the main thing we need for it, so it works. It's a tool I haven't been using too much. But I should probably put some of the polls there too, that we were polling earlier. Yeah, I'm probably just going to use that. It's probably slightly less exposure, but I think that should be fine. Because it'll be better for communication. Because posting something there, everyone should pretty much, who's subscribed to me, especially with notifications on, should end up getting the message. Whereas if I end up doing social medias, people might not check it as much as YouTube, or they might not get a notification for it, or whatever other number of mess. Well, we've grown this channel with basically 0 social media usage. I used Facebook for like a year for this channel. And from what I could tell, we only got about 5% or so engagement from it. Like as far as how much of the total channel was from Facebook. Probably even a little bit less than that. But it's kind of hard to gauge that number. Because that number can be easily skewed if it's only a few percent by just a few people saying yes or no. There is at one point where a good majority of my traffic actually came from the Gems of War forum, back when the Gems of War forum was like really huge. People still use the Gems of War forum, but it's not as big now as it was a little bit back then. Because a lot of people now use Discord and stuff for a lot of the forum-related things, whereas they don't necessarily use the forum as much. Especially since the devs stopped using it. Back in the day, some of you who've been around for like multiple years would probably know, but about 4 years ago, like 3-4 years ago, for about a year and a half or so, the devs themselves, like the really big devs, like Surian, Nimhane and stuff, used to actually actively use the forum. But ever since they stopped, usage on the forum kind of started to go down. Because at one point, you used to be able to like directly talk to like Surian or Nimhane, who are like some of the biggest people working on Gems of War, like on a daily basis on the forum. But you can't really do that these days. You still could probably get in contact with like Salty and a few other like lower down people, but as far as like the really main people, you can't really get in contact with as much as easily these days. At least via the forum itself. It's one of the main reasons probably for its decline, or its slight decline. A lot of people still use it, obviously. Is Sentinel class unlocked from doing Urskea quests? Yes. It's also one of the best hero classes in the game now that 20% mana start exists. One of the biggest issue it had relative to Titan is that it didn't have any mana start. But now that you can start it with 20%, it's pretty solid. Probably top 5 now. Actually, probably already was top 5 even without the 20%, but even more so because its biggest issue that it had was mostly fixed with the 20% mana start that was added. It doesn't completely fix it relative to Titan, but it was a pretty substantial fix as far as its viability is concerned. I don't know, maybe we'll finally make a Twitter. Because personally, I never use Facebook for anything. At least Twitter I like occasionally do because I sometimes check things. But it's very, very rare that I even use Twitter. But I feel like if I was to use one more than the other, I probably would use Twitter more than Facebook. However, Facebook has better advertisements if I was to ever spend money on advertising there. And it also has more of a user base. At least outside of America. Actually, I forget which one has a higher usage in America. However, only 50% of this channel is specifically from America. The rest is from outside of America. Oh, also, that's something really, really, really funny with Wii Fit Adventure. Or why do I keep calling it Wii Fit Adventure? Ring Fit Adventure. I started playing it, of course, for the first time yesterday. Pretty fun. I might stream it some on the channel eventually. It is such a workout, gosh. For how minimal it seems, it really makes you work out. But one really funny thing that you have to answer at the beginning, as far as how they determine the metrics, they ask you if you're in Canada or outside of Canada, even for the United States localized version, which I found really, really hilarious. Because inside Canada, it's like the normal, what is it called, kilometers and stuff like that, whereas inside America, it's miles and pounds. But it doesn't name it as that. It just names it as in Canada or outside Canada, which I just found hilarious. Which is even funny because I believe even the Europe versions are like that. Like, are you in Canada or outside of Canada? You'd think like for different localizations they might have done it different. They either made a real big mistake and just did everything based on like Canada's localization or something, or it's just a really weird way of setting it up. I know, it's basically anywhere that's not US, which is weird that they even had it set up like that in the first place. The United States is the only place that pretty much uses it like that. Again, double Yasmin. Why are we getting so much Yasmin today? We got more Yasmins than Cedric, it feels like, today. Let's see. Let's see, we'll get this exploder for now. Get all that going. And should be able to get that just into the win. And he's dead. What does a 25% horde level mean for kingdom level? Basically what that does is if there is a faction associated to the kingdom, which all of them will eventually have, though only several of them currently do, like about 13 or so. But it increases the amount of extra bonus that you get from the leveling on your horde for the faction that is associated with that kingdom. So let me go explain that in a way that isn't so confusing. So basically, there's a bunch of factions in this underworld. Each of these is associated to a kingdom. For example, Dark Pits is associated to Mist of Scales. If you're wondering which one they're associated to, just go to the kingdom itself, or to the faction itself, for example, Dark Pits, and see which second one it mentions. So right here you can see it says Mist of Scales. So Dark Pits is associated to Mist of Scales. So when you go and upgrade Mist of Scales, you're going to be getting 25% bonus stats towards the faction horde bonus. What this specifically is the Underworld's treasure horde, basically. This thing over here. So you see horde level 100. This thing right here, associated to the kingdom, associated to that faction, is what ends up increasing. So this right here, specifically, is what ends up increasing by 25% or 50% based on your how much level do you have the kingdom associated to the faction. So, of course, this is associated to Mist of Scales, the Dark Pits, and we have 50% bonus, so we are getting 50% bonus here. For comparison, what that looks like is Primal Rift, I believe we have at 100. So if we go look out over here, here's a kingdom or a faction associated to a kingdom where I currently don't have any bonus whatsoever. So you can see like 18, 9, 36, 36, and this is with 0% bonus. However, I currently have Mist of Scales maxed out, and at level 14 it gets its, at 12 it gets its 25%, and at 14 it gets its 50%, and currently it's at 50%. So instead of seeing 9, 36, and those kind of things, we now instead see 27, 13, 54, and 54, which of course is 50% higher than the numbers we just saw. So that's basically what that does. And that only works specifically if the kingdom has a faction. Obviously, some kingdoms currently don't have factions, but into the future, all of them eventually will, of course. But that's what that does. It just increases your amount of stats that you have, basically, during that delve, is all that does. It's not much of a bonus, but it still adds up, especially if you have them leveled to 200. The amount of bonus you get is quite substantial. There we go. Yeah, that's what that is. Hopefully that explains it. If anyone else still has any other questions, let me know. As the main thing we're doing this stream is grinding until we get this Nysha. Or until we get tired of grinding, because there's a chance we might not get that Nysha if we get super unlucky. I kind of want to keep streaming until the stream has connection issues. For whatever reason, like, it's not wanting to have connection issues. It is very strange. The second I want to try tracking it to see exactly what's going wrong, and it's having perfect connection. Go figure. I like jinxed it positively. I'm just going to need to keep having all the tracking stuff on every single stream. Maybe it's the magic fix to just make it work. Obviously that has probably no effect whatsoever on it, but it's kind of funny how it's working out that way. Oh, I forgot to pull extra turn. Whoops, there was even an extra turn on the board. What a gigantic fail. There we go. I fixed it slightly. A marathon stream. Well, if we can get 4 more dollars pledged on Patreon, the first stretch goal technically was a 10 to 12 hour stream once a month. Likely on Saturday. And it is a Saturday. And we are $4 away from it, though I don't think we'll be doing it today. But, yeah, it technically was a stretch goal. We're almost there. Also, I still need to completely revamp that page. There's a few pages I need to revamp. Once I go and completely do my Mixer page, I'm just revamping every page I own. And that's also when I'm setting up social media. That's also when I'm setting up Discord. I'm just, like, overhauling everything. And just, getting, not like a brand new start, but, you know, we're just revamping a lot of stuff. And by the end of the year, I just want absolutely everything revamped, fixed, everything that could possibly be done. Just want situated. Let's see, we'll take that over. Grab our Scorpius. Oh no, I would never accidentally say curse words. I'm really good at never cursing. Which is good, because YouTube will, like, demonetize you in half a second. Though I did say the word porn on stream this stream, when someone else mentioned it. But I don't think it actually specifically picks up on it. Especially with how I say it with, like, a slight accent. Well, we'll find out if we get demonetized. Aha! But no, I think they mostly just pick up on curse words, mostly. And I never curse, so that's not a problem. That's like a good habit to have for YouTube. Because it definitely helps you not get demonetized. I've heard a lot of things as far as, like, how easy it is to get, like, demonetized if you, like, keep saying stuff like that. It's not exactly that you get demonetized. It's that you get put into, like, a lower priority for monetization, which might as well just be fully demonetized, because you make so much less money when you end up hitting that area. So it's not exactly being fully demonetized, but you're getting so much less ad revenue that it's pretty much the equivalent of such. The chat doesn't show up on video. That is correct. Though that will be changed once we get the new interface. Because I'll be setting all that up again. Have I tested another teams with the new Mythic? It wins a lot in PvP with her. Oh yeah, she's good for PvP winning. And she's good for Guild War winning, which is why I mentioned she's most likely going to be used for Guild War second slot. Because she's good at winning. The biggest issue is she's not quick, so you're not going to use her for PvP because you're not going to quick win her in PvP. And the only real other location that leaves then is Guild Wars. So she's mostly, as I mentioned, a Guild War second slot. That's basically her furthest purpose that she has. Because you can't use her to upscale in any kind of content that does, so she's not really going to be used for Explore, she's not going to be used for Underworld or anything like that. She's not quick enough to be used in PvP. While she can be used in PvP and she'll win, she's not quick. She's not a quick win kind of troop. So you can't really use her that much in that, unless you're putting her into like a 4x elemental team. That might be like the only exception. And yeah, then that really basically just leaves Guild Wars as far as where she's viable. Because Guild Wars is like PvP, but it doesn't matter how quickly you go. That's about the furthest location she can really be used in. And she's specifically really good in second slot because she has 33% spell reduction, or scroll reduction, I mean. And she has 40 HP gain per cast, assuming that the enemy has 4 troops alive. Which is a really good second slot tank. It kind of reminds me of a Tina in that regard, as far as like how it tanks. Except more towards HP and scroll reduction rather than spell and armor. But it reminds me a lot of how Tina functions. Let's see. Doesn't the chat... Oh, wait, never mind. I generally don't care what my chat says, to be honest. As long as it's not, like, tangenting into something, like, excessively out there. But, even that I generally just, like, play along with. Like, I can't remember, like, a single time I told chat to, like, hey, change topic or something. Like, I generally don't care what chat does. As long as, oh no, I don't even know what my exception really is, even. Like, as long as they're not bots or spamming or anything like that, it's generally fine. What is that team? I'll go look at it in a moment after we get our next little hole of tokens. Why is the cast not working? Oh, I clicked on the wrong troop. I was gonna say, why isn't Leprechaun going? Let's see. We broke our Leprechaun. Oops, I'm trying to copy paste more than what I wanted. Get that. Boom, boom. Okay. Go get another explosion. And just double kill him. There we go. Okay, grab this, and then we'll go see what that team is. We'll take that for now. Start getting that rolling. But yeah, the new Mythic is pretty average overall. You're going to use it as an Entangle option possibly for Guild Wars and in Elemental teams. That's as far as it goes. It's definitely a thing to consider skipping. Oh, we got a nice little range with 2 decent ones, but still no Nysha. Also, what even is Nysha? We don't even have a troop called Nysha. I guess it's some kind of mythic coming into the future. Anyways, let me go and see what this team is real quick. We'll go test in PvP on this battle. What do we overwrite it with? I guess we'll just overwrite this thing. Let's see. Actually, which one's the weakest of these 3? There we go. Let's put it over this. Ace team. What? Did I not copy it? Apparently. Hold up. Let me try copying it again. Oh. Wait, no. Yeah, paste team. Oh, do I have to put it in? Oh, whoops. Invalid code. What's invalid? Did you copy it right? It says it's an invalid code. Strange. Try copying it again. I got the brackets and everything. Did he accidentally put like an extra number in there? No, there's the 1 for the hero. The 4 for the... Wait, is there an extra number? No, banner. There's hero, banner, 4 troops. And then the class thing. Yeah, there might be a comma missing. Just re-copy paste it. It shouldn't switch at all. All you have to do is click paste on it and then paste it into chat. The copy paste function thingy. Let's go do another cycle. Oh, this is not the team I want to use. Let me retreat. Oh, that's not it. Okay, let's go just mess with the team then. Let's see. Let's copy this one and see if it works. Copy. PvP, fights. And paste team. There we go. Okay, so we got a Mirage Queen, a Wild Queen, Mountain Crusher, and the Wood. Interesting. Guess that would work. We'll go Mountain Crusher immediately. Except we don't have an option. This will just grab some greens. Gold team gets a half mana start. Unfortunately, still no Elemental Hero class. Elemental Hero class might potentially be the strongest hero class in the entire game, depending on what they make it. We got Wild Queen, but we have to deal with Freeze, and I do not have Cedric's currently set, which is a slight issue. Okay, for now we're just gonna probably cast, get our attack value going. Okay, we have alignment, so let's just destroy everything. We'll go steal their non-existent attack. That's the only slight issue I really see here. Well, we'll make sure that they always have 0 attack. She can't really steal attack if they have 0. You'll steal nothing if you try doing it. But if nothing else, it works nice for the Bone Storm. Wait, what's creating the Blue Storm that we have active right now? Doesn't she do Bone Storm every single time we get a kill? What's overriding that right now? Alright, well, let me just do this for now. Oh. It's when an ally dies. Why did I always used to think it was when an enemy dies? Never mind. Let's see. So this $4 needs donated on Patreon or Streamlabs. You're confused. You could use either. Wait, what $4 for what? But generally, if you're just doing a donation, like a one-time donation, you should use the donation link in the description. If you're wanting to constantly keep contributing, then it'd be Patreon. Oh, you're talking about the $4 gap. Oh, that would be Patreon. Because that's how much we're getting a month. And whenever we hit 150, we were going to do a monthly, basically day-long stream. Like 10, 12-hour stream is what I said. Likely on Saturdays. But probably not this Saturday. But who knows? I don't know. Maybe we'll go a little bit longer today. The only problem is I'm starting to get hungry. Let's see. If I knew ahead of time I was doing a longer stream, I can set up better for it. Let's deal with that for now. Yeah, Patreon's actually been growing pretty steadily recently. I still been needing to revamp it because I really have like no perks for my Patreon right now. But we'll have Discord perks once we have a Discord set up. And that's pretty much going to be the only perk. Because it's pretty much just a voluntary thing. Kind of like donations. I don't know, maybe we could think of some kind of other perk in the future. But even the site perks I set there, some people just like donate money and like, oh no, you don't even need to give me anything in return. Like a lot of the people. Kind of strange. Which does remind me, I need to go mod someone. Because someone did donate for that earlier. Let's see, let's keep going. Oh wait, never mind, let's not keep going. I just wanted to test the team. But yeah, it works. It definitely works. Nice little skull spam kind of combination with Wild Queen. The only thing that feels really weird about it is because you have so much entangle, the entangle kind of gets in the way of your attack steal. Though you can generally get in at least one attack steal prior to the entire team being entangled, so I guess it works out. Because you generally don't need it necessarily more than one attack steal offer. That's enough to get your first slot into a decent attack range, assuming you're fighting stuff that has similar stats to you. We'll go through that down for now. But yeah, over the last month, we've actually had like a $30 Patreon growth. But sometimes people come and go. It's all good. Okay, we'll get the explosion there. Get our other hit. That actually seems like the perfect combination, actually. Using YouTube, Mixer, Patreon, and Discord. That combination of things sounds perfect. And then just use YouTube's messaging system thing as my social media. Or at least for, you know, important announcements and stuff. Oh no, maybe we'll make actual social medias too. I feel like that combination of 4 is like perfect though on its own. Because Discord, I could chat with you guys. And it'd be a lot easier to communicate and stuff when I'm not streaming. So if you guys have any questions that you didn't necessarily want to like leave on a video, or like you could either directly message me there a bit easier, or just in the chat that we have. YouTube would be used for, you know, all of our main everything. Mixer would be our alternative platform for people that want like more of a like stream-like experience, because there are a few things I could implement on that end that are more geared towards that, like the monthly subscription thing specifically through there rather than through Patreon, and a few other perks that are more like stream-oriented. And yeah, and then we just have Patreon for people that just want to donate who don't necessarily want to subscribe to the Mixer. That's the only problem too. I feel like once we do get Mixer going and finally get partnered, like Patreon's gonna go like dip completely down, because anyone who might want to subscribe would probably just go to Mixer to do it, unless they just always watch on YouTube. But there'd be like actual perks that you could get if through the Mixer side. I don't know, maybe I'll eventually enable YouTube side. The biggest issue with YouTube side is they take such a gigantic cut. They take 30%, which is pretty massive. Relative to Mixer and Patreon and donation links, which are generally around like 5 to 10% or so. It's really huge if they're taking 30%. Oh, we'll take that and then go right into Mountain. Actually, we'll take that first. Did you talk about the unicorn? What unicorn? I have no clue. Yeah, 30% is absurd for a donation. Like, for them to take that much from a donation. Though it's not as bad as Twitch's subscription, at least. Twitch's subscription, not donations, but specifically their subscription. Like, how YouTube has it is YouTube will take away 30% of your donations and your subscriptions, as far as, like, those monthly subscription things that they have as an option, which I don't currently have disabled. YouTube takes 30% of both of those. If you do it on Twitch doesn't have a directly integrated kind of donation thing, except their bits. I forget how much they take from bits, but for their subscriptions, they take 50%. Like a $5 subscription, the user gets $250 and Twitch gets $250. You can eventually get that to be a better margin, but when you're first starting out, like even our size, we'd only be getting 50% of it, which is absurdly low. However, the only caveat to that does make Twitch somewhat okay is that there are Twitch Prime members. And Twitch Prime members generally don't care whether they use their subscription because it comes free with their thing. So they can use that as a $250 to basically just boost their favorite streamer. So it does have that one nice benefit. But I believe Mixer has not exactly that, but something somewhat similar that they've tried implementing. I believe with something with Microsoft, because it's also like because Mixer is more so integrated with Microsoft related stuff, particularly Xbox and stuff. So of course you can stream literally anything there. How do you donate more, or do you use Streamlabs then? How do you donate more on Patreon? I am not 100% certain. I haven't pledged to that many people, so I'm not actually certain how exactly that works. I believe you either edit your pledge and just put in a custom value for it, or you have to cancel what you already have and then redo it, and then put it at a higher amount. I am honestly not 100% certain. You might need to Google that. If you're already pledging and you're trying to pledge more. I honestly have no clue how to do that. I know you can modify the amount. Like, even if someone has, like, certain values, you can modify it to be lower or higher than those values. Like, even if a person doesn't have a Patreon option for $1, you can still pledge $1 to them per month, for example. Or you can do it the inverse way. If they don't have one for, like, $10 and you want to do $10 a month, you can edit it specifically to be 10. Where specifically you do that, I do not know. But I know it's possible. Yeah, that's what I was referring to, Keylime. I knew they had some kind of integrated for it, but yeah, Xbox Game Pass. I was just trying to figure out what the name of it for. But yeah, they have some kind of feature on one of their platforms, or, you know, on something that they have. Kind of like, it's basically like Amazon Prime. And the Amazon Prime gives you a free Twitch sub. Mixer basically has the same thing, where some kind of pass that they have through Xbox or something gives you a free Mixer sub. Let's see. Is that over? Get our hit. And just explode all that. How many bucks to make you have more of the bomb? Yeah, Keylime, you need to go get an animated crab. I know you were talking about that earlier. That definitely needs to happen. Yeah, this guy was not exactly super pricey for his animation. To be able to animate the logo he was already going to do, as well as a few other things with the stream, it was $30 extra, which wasn't too bad. He doesn't do, like, exceptional, like, animation stuff, though. It's mostly just, like, small After Effects stuff. I actually don't own After Effects, though, so I can't actually do those kind of things. I own Photoshop, I own Illustrator. I do not own After Effects, though. It is a program I do want, but I believe it's like a several $100 program is the only problem. Because it's not cheap. Because I'm buying them individually, how I have them. I'm not bothering with the subscription fee thing. Yeah, to buy it outright, it's like several $100s. Actually, how much is it? I actually want to go check right now. How much is After Effects? CS6 After Effects. The only reason I say CS6 is because everything else I have is CS6. So CS5 might be cheaper. Let's see. Shopping. How much is this thing? $600, 200. Oh no, that's after. Wait, 200 bucks? Oh, it's for nonprofit. CS5 is $350 on eBay. Ideally, I'd want CS6 though. That still seems pricey. Adobe After Effects CS6 Classroom. No, this is the book for it to learn, which I have used actually. Or not specifically After Effects, but those books that you're supposed to use to like learn them. I did that actually in high school for 2 years. It was quite a bit of fun. It was a what was it called? Not a social media class. It's a digital communications class I actually took for 2 years in high school. Oddly enough, I actually took none during college, just because my college never really offered anything too enticing in that regard. I did take one business class though. It was a pretty like entry level kind of class for that, like excessively entry level. Let's see, I'll take that. Most of the classes I took in college were mostly centered around psychology, sociology, and writing for the most part. I'm trying to find it. Why? It seems to be like it's going to be around several hundred, most likely. Anyways. Let's see, move that back. Yeah, I wouldn't really use After Effects for much, so I'm probably not going to buy it. It would be nice if I ever got into video editing. Oh, what's that other program? It's not After Effects. There's some other Adobe program that's pretty decent for that. I'm probably just going to be getting a non-Adobe program if I ever do finally get an editor. Actually, that reminds me. Keyline, what do you use for your video editing? If I may ask. Because I don't really have a designated video editing program. So much so that I normally just plop some of it into Photoshop. Like, Photoshop has some editing capabilities, but compared to an actual editor, it doesn't really do much. Oh yeah, Premiere. That was the other Adobe program I was thinking of. How much you pay for it, or do you just use the monthly subscription thing? Let's see, how much is Premiere? Last I recall, it's probably like 700 bucks. Let me see. Let's see. Premiere. How do you spell Premiere correctly? Let me just copy paste what you just said. Let's see, Premiere. CS6. How much is this thing? I'm not looking for the subscription. Give me the actual product. Oh yeah, it looks like the same price. Looks like you can get a download for it for about 600. Gosh, that's still pricey though. But for long term, it might be fine. I don't know. I'm still not sure if I'm going down the Premiere route. That or just spending a few hundred towards another decent editor that isn't Premiere. Because around 600 is pretty pricey. Yeah, the main program I really just use for this channel is mostly just Photoshop for all my things. Where I do my thumbnails, it's where I do small editing if I ever do need to do any amount of editing. Stuff like that. Because you can just mix the audio in Audacity if you ever really needed to, and then just bring it over to Photoshop and then just edit the small stuff in Photoshop. It's not as powerful of a tool as Premiere in that regard, but it for general like basic editing, it does what you need. I don't do that too often though, but when I do it that way. Let's see, we'll go for that. And then we just throw a double Scorpius. What else we need? Get the explosion. And then kill it out. Yeah, I'll need to look at what other packs Adobe has. Maybe I'll get one of their other packs that has both Premiere, After Effects, and everything on like a CS5 or CS6 version, and just put it on my other computer. And just keep this computer running Photoshop, Illustrator, and the few other ones I have. Though those are the main only two that I really use is Photoshop and Illustrator. And then just have the other one with Premiere, After Effects, and whatever else, and just do my video editing and everything on a new computer, and just do my thumbnails and everything on this computer. Because I believe there's a pack, I forget what it's called, I might need to go look it up, that has Photoshop, Premiere, and After Effects on it for under $1,000. That I would probably use for the other PC, and just get a CS6 version or CS5 version of it, so it'd be cheaper. And while it'll be more of an upfront cost, in the long term, it would be, it won't be as bad. Because isn't the monthly thing, like, over 30 bucks or something? How much do you pay for it currently? Because I believe it's, like, cheaper initially, but then it, like, bumps up the price. Like some subscription services do. Yeah, it's 55 a month. So yeah, if I was to do that for like 800 or 1,000, however much it is, over 2 years it would pay for itself. And I'll definitely be running this channel for more than 2 years, I can guarantee you that. So yeah, I think that's the game plan. That actually sounds perfect. I leave all these programs on here, licensed to this computer, and then I put all the newer ones on the other one. Okay, I need to find that pack. I'm not sure if any of you know what it's named though. Let me see. Premiere, After Effects, and Photoshop. I'm almost guaranteed there's a pack that has all 3 of these together for a cheaper price. I forget what it's called though. Let's see. What if I Google Adobe CS6 packs or even CS5? Because there isn't too much of a difference between CS5 and CS6 other than price. At least for general usage anyways. Let's see. Adobe CS6 packs. Let's see. I'm almost guaranteed this exists. Adobe CS6 Master Collection. What does that include? That's pricey. It probably has more things than I need off it. Here it is. This might be it. Let's see. No, that's not it. Digital design. Why is there so many subscriptions in here? Okay, there's the one I got. Which still retails for about 1,000. That's what I actually paid for it too. And that pack ended up including, actually, what was everything that this one included? I only really used Photoshop and Illustrator from it. It included a few other things like Dreamweaver and stuff. Let's see, what was everything this product actually included? Apparently, it still retails for 1,000. Kind of interesting because I paid 1,000 for it a couple years ago. Does it not say the full list? Anyways, this isn't what I need right now. But anyways, I'm almost guaranteed they have another pack that I'm looking for. I'm like almost 100% certain there was a pack that has Photoshop, Premiere, and After Effects for under 1,000. Gosh, Photoshop on its own costs 650 bucks. Gosh. Illustrator CS6, that one for like 680 there. Okay, I cannot find it. If I knew what its name was, I'd be able to find it. Okay, what's this Master Collection thing that keeps coming up? What's actually everything on this? It seems pricey for what it is, though. What's everything on it? Photoshop. Illustrator, I do not need a second Illustrator. InDesign, I don't need that. Acrobat Pro, I don't need that. Dreamweaver, I don't need that. Flash, I don't need that. Fireworks, I forget what that is. I might need it. Flash Builder Premium, I don't need that. Premium Pro, I don't need that. After Effects, I need that. Audition, I believe is an audio thing. I might need that. Speed Grade, I have no clue what that is. And Story, I have no clue what that is. Oh, Premiere Pro is also on it. Is there not one with Premiere Pro, After Effects, and Photoshop? Or even just Premiere and After Effects? Okay, I just need to do some digging later. Anyways, let me stop trying to look for it now. But, yeah, I'm almost guaranteed there was a pack for under 1,000. And be way better than spending 55 a month. Personally. At least for how I view it. I feel like it's better that way. I'd rather spend 1,000 up front than 55 every month. We'll go through that down. Oh, you just got a Nysha token. Congrats. I'm still hunting for mine. We got one yesterday, but I still need one more before we get our first +4. Oh, thank you, Plush Trap. Greatly appreciated. The grind has been going very grindily. We've not been making much progress. Well, we've been making badge and medal progress at least. But we're not getting what we really want, which is that Nysha. Though the stream has been holding up pretty nicely, which is nice. Of course, when I start tracking it to see what's wrong, of course it decides to want to work perfectly. So it's impossible for me to tell what on earth is going wrong. Though maybe that's even more of an indication that it's my service provider. Yeah, I did get one Nysha yesterday. But we need one more in order to make it a +4 medal. Also, gotta keep munching on the Halloween haul. Oh yeah, you can't really see, can you? Oh, it's just Starburst. Strawberry Starburst. I didn't go out for Halloween or anything. But I still was in a candy mood. So I got a whole thing of Starburst the other day. I'm pretty sure most of you know. But yeah, there's still like half a bag left. It was like a $10 bag. It was actually pretty pricey. But you can't not get all strawberry. Pink is the only one that tastes amazing out of Starburst. Now we need the same thing for Skittles. They need to make an entire Skittle bag out of just one color. Probably... Oh no, what is the best Skittle taste? I think red? Like for Starburst, it's really obviously pink. Like it's not even a competition. For Starburst, it's... I mean, for Skittles, it's a little bit closer, though. I'm not actually sure. I'm pretty sure it's red. It's actually kind of funny. I saw a Skittle machine inside of one of the places I went to with my friend. It was kind of like this like little adventure arcade place. And one of the things that they had on the top floor, on the other part of the arcade. This wasn't the main arcade we went to, but it was like it was basically just an arcade in that was aside something else that we were doing. But they had like this whole Skittle machine where you could like hand pick exactly how much of each Skittle you wanted, which I found really funny. I didn't bother buying any though. Really, green? I would say yellow is the worst. I'm not sure where I'd put green, but it's probably mid-tier. The problem with green in almost everything is it always gives me more of like a green apple vibe. Green is high tier, good sir. I don't know, I haven't had Skittles for a while. Maybe I need to go get a pack of Skittles to go confirm. I do like green apples. Actually, it's one of the things that they serve at Melting Pot, which I'll be going to tomorrow for my birthday again. It'll be like the last time I go there for a while. But one of the dippers they give is actually green apples for the cheese. But yeah, I love green apples. I just don't like green apple flavored candy. It's not that I don't like it, it's just not like within my priority list of like flavors. Green is S tier Skittles. Let's see, I'll need to go get a bag of Skittles, maybe between streams. I'll need to go to the corner store, go get a bag of Skittles, and I can go make a tier list for Skittles. Who knows, maybe we'll make a whole candy tier list. What a random thing to go do. Though a lot of candy I can't have because it may contain nuts. So I normally stick with like the more, like chewy candies, generally. Which is even worse for your teeth, but... As far as candy is concerned, I'm mostly eat the chewier kinds, if I ever do eat it. You would definitely watch a candy evaluation stream. I have had, I believe, every single type of chewy candy that exists. Dentists have advanced far enough that you can rot your teeth with no worries. My teeth are actually pretty prone to getting cavities. I haven't actually been for a couple years, but if I had to guess how many cavities I have when I go back... Oh, stream finally went down. Okay, what happened? Nothing happened. What? My CPU is fine. Okay, it's a connection issue. So, I guess we finally pinned it down. It is either my router, my service provider, or something that I have set up on the stream that just makes it weirdly spike for whatever reason. It's one of those three things. Because my computer is still perfectly fine as far as everything right now. But yeah, it buffered for like, it lost like 200 frames or so. There's like a few seconds of buffer. Because I believe our stream's at 30 FPS right now. It probably is my provider. I'm like trying to make all these fixes to try and make it work. And it's probably just my provider. How do you get your provider to not suck though? I'm paying them more money. But I have been considering getting a better version of it. I forget what I'm currently on right now. But it's not cheap. But I'll see what packages they have and everything. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, that's another factor too that I didn't just mention. It could be YouTube. There is a possibility that it's YouTube. That is something I really want to test if I don't happen to fix the provider by then. Once I have a new computer and I'm streaming to both Mixer and YouTube simultaneously, I'm curious to see if the Mixer stream will stay up when the YouTube stream goes down. Because that likely means it's not necessarily even anything with provider or anything, but it's simply YouTube. There is a chance that that is a factor. That none of these things are the issue. It's literally just YouTube. Because if both go down simultaneously, then obviously it's service provider or something else. But if only one stream goes down but the other doesn't, then it's likely YouTube. Assuming that YouTube's the one that goes down. Oh yeah, my provider has a monopoly in my area. That's how they generally roll in most areas. Oh, nice. A double Arachnia. No Nysha, though. What is DSL again? I had to completely forget. I've heard of it. I forget what it is off the top of my head. Do you, have more than one option? No. Currently, there only seems to be one option in my area. At least from what I'm aware of. There could have possibly been a new option added in recent times, though, so I could look around. Last I recall, there's only one service provider in my area. I could look into it. Any option that could work would be fine. As long as it gets it done. There's still a bit of research I need to do into it overall. But it shall be fixed soon. Him. I'm gonna run out of Starburst soon. No, actually, I still have half a bag. Seems like it's like an endless bag of strawberry. I see why it was $10 now for this bag. There's a lot more in there than you think. It's still, I believe, less Starburst overall. But they're all pink, so that fixes that issue. Because it has the best flavor. Oh, chewy sweet tarts. I have had them before. I need to find something healthier to munch on, though, into the future. Though, obviously, I don't normally eat these. But I mean, just in general. Like, when I get in a munchy mood, like right now. Like, I'm not hungry enough to eat. Mainly because I'm eating so many Starbursts. But I'm, like, in a munchy mood to, like, eat something. Oh, yeah, Warheads are nice. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids are really, really good. They're so high in sugar, though. Or most candy is. They're literally just paved in sugar. I've never been a big Cheetos fan. Like, I'll eat them. But I don't really go out of my way for it. Oh, we'll do take care. We'll take Brown for now. What's pay to win? I'll throw that down. I got an Arcane, nice. Not like I really need them, but more Arcane's still better than not more Arcanes. Oh yeah, I do like Pringles. Actually, I believe I still have a Pringles here. Because my friend loves Pringles too, and he ended up buying up like a bunch of them. And obviously he didn't bring all the food back with him. And I still didn't really reorganize part of that corner. And one thing I just noticed there is there's a Pringles container. Hold up. Pringles time. 1 second. All the way on the other room. Or other side of the room. Well, he already started eating them. But there's still some left. The scraps of what he didn't eat. Probably like a dozen left in here. Pringles! Free advertisement, Pringles. Go ahead. Yeah, Pringles are nice. What flavor? Just normal. I would normally get like barbecue or sour cream or literally anything. He doesn't seem to be too adventurous with taste, so he just ended up getting the normal one. I think he got like 4 or 5 of them while he was here. Also, he ate through like 7 containers of Oreos. And by 7 containers, I mean like family-sized containers of Oreos. I had about a dozen, like individual Oreos. He had 7 containers, minus a dozen. Which one do we go for here? Take that for now. Yeah, he's like a bottomless pit. I have no clue how he stays so thin. He must have like a really active metabolism. Because he's like 120 pounds. Yeah, he eats more than me. And less healthier than me. Not that I eat the healthiest, but you know. I tend to eat a lot. I've been like ever so slowly over time like gaining weight. It's a really slow increase. That is increasing. I think I'm like 205 right now. In pounds. I have no clue what that is in kilograms. Because America. Both streams get together today? Why, is someone else streaming right now? Oh no, I might be giving up on Nysha hunt for now, soon. We'll go for probably for a little bit more. But we're getting really bad luck today. Hello, Rapid! Welcome! Oh no, he just died. We actually lost. Better not have been the final battle. No. Good, it wasn't. Nice, okay. It's always annoying once to win the final 2 battles. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Isabel. You can. Either is fine. We're probably going to be doing a longer stream anyways, but especially once we get the bigger format. I'm just not doing it today. Once this connection issue is like ultimately finally resolved, we're definitely going to start doing that. The 10, 12-hour stream once per month, probably on a Saturday. Though they could vary. But yeah, the whole Patreon reward thingy. We'll finally get that out soon. I just need to make sure my connection is actually like not as horrible as it is these days before we do that. You're going out with your girlfriend. Hope it goes out well. I'm going out tomorrow to the melting pot for the final time for a while because gosh, that place is pricey. It's just so good though. It is so good. Honestly, I might just go there sometime for dessert. Like I'll go eat dinner, then go there at night and just get like cheese and chocolate fondue. Because that would come out to like 25 bucks with tip included. And that counts drink as well. Like, doing it that way, it's not as pricey. Still really pricey. But, I know, it's so good. It's at in walking distance, too, so it's always so tempting. Because I could just walk there whenever I want. And they take walk-ins as well. They do have a reservation system, but you don't have to reserve. Oh yeah, I could always do that. Make a fake YouTube account. Make a account somewhere else. That won't be our main one. Like Mixer. And then stream test both of them. And see if they both go down simultaneously. Another Arachnia. How many Arachnias do we have now? I believe we're sitting on 5. Yep, exactly 5. Because we have 2 equipped. So if I was to unequip them, it'd be 5. That's why we show 0 medals of Anus even though we have 1 equipped. We have 5 of them because 2 of them are equipped and 3 of them are not. So, okay. So we have a little bit to upgrade there. Got enough to go upgrade a common to mythic. Or to gold, I mean. And we still need 1 Nysha. That has not changed. Just 1 Nysha token, all we need. Yeah, Pringles, yeah. We were talking about food, and somehow I got to Pringles. Now I'm eating leftover Pringles that my friend left from when he was here from 2 weeks ago. Can I make a duck beak with the Pringles? Probably not. I don't think I'm coordinated enough. Let's see. Also, thank you for the donation, assumably Isabel.
Stream can't wait.
Yep, there it is. 10-hour stream. I'm not sure what day we're going to plan it for. But we're definitely going to do a 10-12 hour stream. A Gems of War. Yeah, we'll be doing our monthly stream for that once we finally get all the setup and everything. Might not always be for Gems of War, but generally it would be. But yeah, I can't really do it until we've 100% finished this connection issues stuff, though. But should hopefully be situated in the next month or so. No problem, Isabel. Let's see, can we make a duck thing out of this? How do you even do that? Do you like put them like that? Wait, how do you... There we go. There we go. That's about as close as it's gonna get. Will I play Death Stranding? Probably not. Our main priorities for other games that aren't Gems of War at the moment is we still need to finish out the Puzzle Quest series, the one on Switch. After that, I'm probably gonna stream some combination of Nintendo games. Probably Pokemon being the next one. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Specifically Shield. And other than that, ideally Warcraft 3 after that. Warcraft 3 Reforged. Assuming that that ends up being a decent product. And other than that, after that, hopefully Darkest Dungeon 2 would be out by then. Still not sure when it's coming out of beta, or into beta. But that should be soon, possibly TM? Not even sure. Oh no, I grabbed too many. The struggle. Now I'm gonna need to, like, take them from here. Because I can't ungrab them. Oh yeah, we're killing with Scorpius, but it's double instant kill. That's how we're winning so quickly right now. When they're poisoned, he can double kill. And the reason we keep spamming Urskea is nothing in Urskea has immune to poison. So we can always get the instant kill. Isabel rocks, that is correct. We'll take that for now. Get our mountain going. Oh no, a summon. Oh no, we lost our mana. Double. Oh wait, never mind, you don't have summon. Never mind. That threw me off for a second. That's the thing she summons. That isn't her summon though. Okay, and I'm dead. Okay, can we finally get a Nysha? Probably not. I really hope we can here. Moment of truth. Fill this out. See what we get. Okay, what do we have? Anything good? Nope. Well, at least it's double Cedric, if nothing else. Another medal for him. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. How's our medals doing now? Might need to go do some upgrading soon. Here, we almost have 7. Then again, we only need 6. Never mind. Because you need 3 and then the rarity above. So we can go upgrade 2 ultra rares and 2 rares right now. We can get 2 ultra rares and 2 rares to be maxed. I think we're gonna go do that. Okay. Let's decide what we want. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna hold for one reason. If I'm gonna be covering that video soon, like probably tomorrow, I might actually want to hold some upgrades so I can actually show the upgrades during the video. I forgot about that. To explain how it works. Because I've explained it many times on stream. But we don't have a video that like really in depth shows it with the medals themselves. So I really need a video on that. I was gonna record that tomorrow most likely. Or even later today if I had the time, though I don't think I'm gonna have much time later today. But definitely tomorrow I should have the time. Even though I'm technically celebrating my birthday. Still gonna have time in the morning. Might not get up until night, but have time to fit it in somewhere. Because tomorrow I'm basically just celebrating my birthday, even though it's technically on the 4th. But then again, I guess I also technically celebrated a couple weeks ago. I'm basically celebrated it like 3 or 4 different times. Like even Friday or Monday night on my birthday itself, we'll technically be celebrating again. We'll have a little stream party. Won't be much of a party, but we'll be going over the new weekly stuff and all that on stream. And messing around with Tower of Doom. Hello, Adrian! Hello, September Black. Welcome, welcome. Can the elephant make a quick appearance on the 10-hour stream? Yes, I'll bring out the elephant on the 10-hour stream. Thank you, Drak. Yeah, finally turning 25. Time to have my midlife crisis. I don't know, that's almost midlife. I don't know. There's a lot of different areas where you could consider it. No, it's not my birthday till the 4th. I'm going to live to 50, hopefully longer than that. Will the elephant make a cameo in the 10-hour stream? Yes. I can do almost anything for a 10-hour stream. Gonna be a lot of time to fill. The elephant? Oh, the elephant plushie. Some people really like it, apparently. Oh, they're already poisoned. I was like, wait, we need to go poison them, but never mind, they already are. +40 is midlife crisis. I'm pretty sure it's normally considered in your 30s. But I guess you could technically have it whenever. What time is it where I'm at? 3:20. It is currently 3:20 p.m. Or I guess 15:20 if you just want to use military time. You had yours when you were 30? I feel like I have mine every single week.